Good evening and welcome to Metaphysical Today. I'm Aeson, and of course, I'm sitting down with my co-hostess from the UK, Premier Psychic Hazel Firefly. How are you, darling?
You just called me psycho, and that's about right.
Psychic, not psycho, honey.
I'm good, thank you. How's you?
Doing well, doing well. Just had a great workout at the gym today. Really worked out some frustration. I've made a change to my routine where I go to the gym every morning before I start my day. And it's really, I think, going to make a change for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta switch it up to get that new motivation.
right. Not only that, but you need that mental
Can I
reset.
stop? I know you're the
Yes.
boss. I know you're the
No,
boss.
no,
Brenda's on my side. She heard you call me a psycho.
no. I said premier psychic, but okay, I'll take that.
You said psychic.
Okay. Well, you're not psycho.
Well, or depends
Psychoanalytical
what
is
day of the
fine.
week
Yeah.
is.
Where's the moon at? Where's the moon at? Is where the question's at.
Oh, I've been called worse.
Well, you actually got a comment from our last episode, so let's go ahead and take that before we dive in today. The comment you got was, Hazel, please send me some of your cold air. Maybe one day the universe will bring our paths together if I make it over that way. Take care. And
Oh,
that's
that's
from,
lovely.
yeah, that's from Life Runer. Thank you for commenting over on the podcast.
Thank you
Um,
very much.
yes. Let me see if we got any more fan comments that we need to respond to. I'm sure episodes with new Q&A replies. All right. Yep. So that was the comment we got to interact with over on Spotify. Spotify, you're just like the YouTubies and you're just like the Facebookies, and I'm assuming the Twitters. You can comment. Please do comment, like, and subscribe if you're watching us live. Great. If you're on a replay crew, we love you. Please make sure to do the commenting. If you got a question about what we're talking about or a thought on it, go ahead and dive into it. So today we're talking about the escape for spiritual recharge. And this is highly important, especially the higher level work you do.
Yeah.
You want to explain that one?
If you don't, there's such a thing as called burnout.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in our lives, everybody who works psychically do burn out. That's a massive, massive sign from the universe to slow down and to get yourself in order to help anybody else. It's like part of the burnout is you're drained. You can't do anything. You can't move. You just lie in bed. You can't be bothered to have a bath or anything. Some people see it as a form of depression
Mm-hmm.
because the symptoms are so much alike.
Very much so, and it could be a form of, it could be seen as a form of depression because you've worked out so you've just drained yourself
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
You know, um,
You you find the burnout happens more often or not in new psychics.
or yes, and that's because they want to do everything. They want to
Yeah,
do the deep intel readings. They want to do the remote viewing. They want to run over and take a class on, chakra realignment. And, while they're, reading for 60, 80 clients, so, because they go in fairly cheap. Um, so there's a lot of different things that go on with that. There's a lot of like needing to realize when it is time to stop.
it's about listening to your guides because Kathy, the
Hmm.
same as your guide, will tell you stop, come away.
Right. Or
And I find with
headache.
Kathy, and you probably find the same, if we don't listen to our guides, they stop us working.
They do, one way or another, they will
Yeah,
stop you. Now, if we look back into history, you have to look back into what I call the modern masters. Edgar Casey, he had 3 strokes because he did not listen to his guides.
yeah,
His guides
yeah,
told him 2 readings a day, no more, because he would do
yeah,
those deep in trance readings. And he started doing up to 14, 15 readings a day, and boom, he lost his voice. Took him 2 years to get that back. He done it again. He got his voice back, was doing readings again. Boom, he had a stroke.
yeah.
And
I
he
think what, oh,
go for it.
sorry, go on.
And I think that that's what finally took him out was he did not listen. The demand for his
Yeah.
services was so great that he didn't recharge.
I have a waiting list now.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that I need time for myself.
Right.
The same as yourself, yes, we could work continuously, but
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be giving our best.
We not only wouldn't be giving our best, we would be taking on so much additional,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, because there's so much that occurs and happens in a psychic reading energetically. The other part of that is okay, famed psychic Sylvia Brown. She shortened her life from the amount of readings she done
yeah.
because she was only supposed to do 20 readings a day.
And that's a lot in itself.
That's a lot in itself. And then she's lecturing and giving podium readings and teaching classes and bouncing around here. And she upped her volume of readings a day to open up her waiting list because her waiting list was like 5 years long. And she's like,
If you're, right, this is going to sound stupid. If you contact a psychic
mm-hmm,
through Facebook or something like that,
mm-hmm.
if they say they've got room that day, that should set alarm bells.
Well, depending. For me, I've now moved to where my appointments are booked 24 hours in advance. But I have some clients that are in crisis mode, and I will take them that day. But I have that if I have that room. The other side of that is handling that demand.
Yeah,
I mean, especially when you get a name behind you and a brand behind you or a company behind you,
yeah,
and they want to push, 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 push. And it's like, hold up, I can only do so much. Don't be
yeah.
coming at me with, well, you ain't met your quota. Well, cute, I ain't met my quota either. You know,
See,
then that's not how this business works.
if somebody, I've become into bitch mode. The
Mm-hmm.
last 10 years, I've become bitch mode. If
Uh-huh.
somebody says to me, you haven't hit your quota,
Mm-hmm.
my answer to them is, I'm self-employed. I don't owe you anything.
Exactly.
I work my hours and as much as I want. If you don't like it, find somebody else.
Right. you know and we've gotten to that point. Like, I've gotten to that point. Like, I've had clients say, well, you're never available. And it's like, yeah, I am. You just need to do XYZ to do that.
Yeah,
And I can't just get up in the middle of the day to take an appointment, and I'm not going to you know and this sounds bad, I'm not going to make all my readings that day less
yeah,
than 1,000% for one client unless it's severe crisis mode. Like, you got to be losing everything to be getting me on the line.
yeah. And I think that's what people realize. Yes, we work as a psychics. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we do mediumship. But this is one thing everybody needs to realize. That knackers us out. It drains us.
It does.
If we are working with a real stressful reading, which on times we
All right.
do,
All right.
and people splitting up isn't stressful. I'm on about stressful, where things have gone to the to the law side of things, to the police. There's a police case, and that is stressful reading. We've got to be
Well,
careful with them because they knacker us.
well, okay, let me kind of lay out what I call levels of severity. Tarot readings, I can do 20, 40, 60 of those a day.
Yeah,
Clairvoyant tarot readings, about 60, about 40 a day.
yeah,
Mediumship services, 4. I will not book more than 4 mediumship sessions a day. Psychic healing sessions, 1 or 2.
yeah,
Long, 30-minute to an hour sessions.
yeah. The thing is, we use our energies to give our clients the information.
Right,
And I think that's one thing people fail to realize.
right.
Always by the side of me, I've either got a can of pop or coffee.
Mm-hmm,
That's because constantly, even though I'm typing, I'm thirsty.
mm-hmm.
I have never put on so much weight as I have been since I'm a psychic because I'm using so much energy. You're just trying to refill that energy constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that's not easy because you've got to find the right balance for your body as well to recharge and refill.
right. And we're not talking about couching, potato watching.
No.
We're talking about sleep. We're talking about exercise, about moving,
Yeah.
about getting the hell out of your work zone.
And when we say get out of our work zone, because we work at home, it's really hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if people think about it, yes, we might have our offices, but we sleep at work
Yeah.
because we sleep on the same premises where we work.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be
Uh,
difficult on times.
well, it can be, but our work affects every part of our lives, just like everyone
Yeah,
else's does. But our work also even affects our lives a little more because after you're done with us, it isn't like yes, the reading's gone, but the energy is still there. And yeah, clients will pop in my head and it'll be like, wonder what's going on with that one. Haven't heard from him in a while.
yeah,
You know, or my guide will pop in and go, such and such hasn't came for a reading here lately. You need to check in on them. And
yeah.
it's like, okay, and this is where like the higher, more expensive psychics hire a ton of support team.
Yeah. I'll share something with you now. I
Okay.
won't say the person's name on
Uh-huh.
air, but I will
Uh-huh.
tell you the person's name later on. I had a reading. Bearing in mind he's on Trustpilot. You know what Trustpilot is?
I don't.
Trustpilot is like a massive review site,
Mm-hmm.
like where all businesses get their reviews left from.
Okay.
And I thought, I'm one of these. I like to try out different readers just to see how different we all work.
Right. And our different styles.
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
what he had done? He had copy and pasted my reading.
From another
Once I'd,
reading.
yes, yes. Once I'd gone on to Trustpilot, because I was waiting for it to come through, I think he gave like a 5-day turnaround.
Okay.
When I started reading the reviews, I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Oh
Huh.
shit. And he kept bringing up initials throughout everybody's reading. Now, all the energies that were in these readings were like, none of it, I couldn't clarify
Right.
any of it.
Right.
He's, he kept saying the 2 initials. So I thought, that's a bit fishy. When I had my reading back, I had exactly the same reading as they had online.
Mm-mm.
So what I done then was I ordered a reading in my daughter-in-law's name,
Okay.
exactly the same reading.
Uh-uh. No. That should
Yeah.
not occur.
Yeah.
But,
So do your research as well before you book readers.
right. But, real honest readers will, I know older readers that only take one reading a day at this time. And
Yeah.
it's because they cannot build it. The other thing is readers change. Their
Yeah.
energy changes. Their focus changes as they progress in their career,
Yeah.
as they begin work. Because, look at me. I'm teaching classes. We've got the podcasts. I've got the networks. I've got the private clients. All
Yeah.
that is, laid out in psychic plans, everything that we do. And people go, oh my God, you're so busy. And it's like, no, not really. I could be a lot more busier. Now it's like, to do all this, I think I figured it up one time, and for every hour of reading I do, I need to recharge 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And people don't understand that. Like phone readings
Hmm.
and Zoom meetings are fine because you can say, please excuse me, I need to go and get a drink. Most
Right,
clients understand that,
right,
but some clients are like, well, I'm paying you to do this. Well, if you don't like what I need to do for my body, piss off and find somebody else that you can dictate and boss around.
right. Well, I have everything to where I can grab it,
Yeah.
and that type of thing. So that's not my thing. My thing is the recharge. And I think that, everybody needs to start looking at how much, okay, if you spend 40 hours at work a week,
Yeah.
then you need to find at least 4 hours a week to mentally recharge yourself. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're going to burn out of that career and you're going to be like, nope, I'm not doing that ever again. That is the worst situation I've ever been in. That is the worst whatever. And people don't get it. They don't like it overall. And that's why you see nowadays people with, you look at their resumes and there's like 6 different careers. And it's because they burnt out,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Burning out is one of the scariest things that can happen.
Hmm.
It really is. And then you can't come back to work until your guide tells you it's okay.
Right. And you can't push yourself. But even like in today's times and careers, I mean, look at my nursing career. 120 hours in a week,
Yeah.
that's insane. That's not even correct. Like we're losing so many nurses staff because they've burnt out.
Yeah.
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 You
And
know,
that's the hard thing. That's what people don't understand.
right.
It's the same as our viewers, they need to recharge
Yeah. They
because
need, yeah, go
a,
for it.
a lot of people don't realize if you're worrying about something, that makes you feel tired and exhausted.
Hmm.
Even if you got, this is going to sound really random, but I'm hoping people will understand. Even if you feel you've got nobody to talk to, write that worry on a bit of paper
Hmm.
because then you've offloaded it and that will make you feel better as well.
It does. And it also allows you to feel more comfortable. It
Yeah.
gets it out of your mind. So you stop manifesting the problem.
Yeah. And it gives you, right, this is going to sound random. When you've written something down on that paper, that makes a bit of space free in your mind for you to think of ways to resolve things
Hmm.
because your mind ain't so clouded on that situation.
And it's not carrying it around like a brick in your purse.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So let's talk about what we mean by recharges. We're talking more than bubble baths. We're talking disconnecting from the social media, internet, cell phone world. That you know, stop bringing your all 2,333 friends into your bedroom. And that's what you do. when you are laying in bed and dead scrolling the phone is you're bringing all that energy, all those people into your bedroom.
Yes.
Now I understand some
Yeah.
people are voyeurs, but that's a little much.
My bedroom is my safe space.
Hmm.
It's so funny. As I'm walking up the stairs at night, I'm saying, right, night, Kathy. And then I get to my bedroom door, and my exact words every night are, right, the rest of you can piss off now. I'm going to bed.
Right,
And that's my cut-off place.
right. And that's because you don't need spirit popping into your bedroom.
No,
You don't need
no,
carrying your work dirt. I
no.
don't care what profession you are. As soon as you come home, get a shower.
Yeah,
I don't care if you work in an office. Get a shower. It will
yeah,
make you feel so much better. Getting that work energy off of you, getting that stress off of you, and then your days off really need to be your days off. Don't be getting stuck into these scams of let's have a meeting at 8 o'clock when your workday ends at 5. Or can you come in on your day off? No, I am not coming in on my day off unless you give me another day off.
yeah,
And then on your day off, get out, go do something somewhere else, go do something for yourself. Sit down and have a conversation with yourself or friends or whatever. But don't just spend your days off trying to catch up on the things that you didn't get in at home. That's never good for you.
no, no. My days off now, as you know, I split my day.
Hmm.
But I finish work a lot earlier when I have Parker because he is my priority.
Hmm.
You
As
know,
it should
he's
be.
here, he've come to see me, and well, we turn the house into like a kid's playground
Right.
because that's the joy of having him.
Exactly. And taking that time with Parker and taking those, and that's something that I am hoping people are getting out of the habit of doing. Well,
Yeah,
I have to miss this because I have to work. Well, that's understandable if it's once or twice. But if, you know, constantly missing major events in your life because of your work schedule is only going to drive it closer to being out and
yeah,
having to work something out, and needing to make sure that you hold priority, hold space to that energy.
yeah.
Yeah, is so highly important.
And that's what people need to realize as well. If they're empty, if they're burnt out, they're no good to anybody else at the same time.
They're not, you're not real, you're not better for working extra. You're
No,
not going to get
no,
that project done any faster with, allowing yourself to see the extra, be the extra, have the extra. You're not going to do that.
no,
Um,
no.
you have to take away time from work. You have to and let's talk about one that people, look, I say get down on, and that is taking time away from work. Feeling you when you're a stay-at-home mom and not taking time away. Oh, I can't leave my job because I'm a stay-at-home mom. No, you can't. But you know what? Around 6 o'clock, when that secondary party comes in,
Yeah,
you can take 30 minutes to go get a shower.
yeah,
After they, after you make sure they, go get theirs, because you don't want them coming, bringing that work dirt
yeah,
into your house and upsetting the baby and everything else. But you need to give yourself permission to go, you know what? You can, and men, I'm looking at you. You can change a diaper. You can hold a baby. You can sit there and do something with that child while the housewife gets her 30-minute break or her 1 hour break.
the thing is, with a housewife, a parent that stays at home with children, they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
So it's important to take that time out for yourself. And the same goes for stay-at-home dads. You need
Yeah,
that time out as well.
yeah, you do. You need that time out. You need that time to recharge. That's why I think, we
Yeah,
see so many now having play dates and, mommy and me days and all that stuff. And so that the kid can, get involved with someone else other than the parent.
yeah. When I have Parker, I'll have him overnight,
Hmm.
one night every week. And I've told them they either do things together
Hmm.
or they spend time with their friends.
Exactly.
My son will go fishing overnight, and my daughter-in-law will do something with her friends.
Good. They need to. That's how they
Yeah,
build healthy boundaries, healthy recharge, and it makes them a better parent.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
And that's the same thing with work, is it makes you a better, marketing accountant, better secretary, better whatever your job title
yeah.
says, is when you stepped away from it.
And if you're a single, oh, excuse me, if you're a single parent, make a picnic, go to the park, because even though the kids are still there with you, you're still
Mhm.
having time out just by watching them play. They're not bugging you, so you can chill a bit.
Right. Or take $50 and pay a babysitter
Yeah,
and get the hell out.
yeah.
Make a deal with your other single mother friends that, they each take turns being the babysitter.
That's actually a really good idea.
you know, because if you're a single mom, find these resources around you with other
Yeah,
single moms and go and take advantage, and don't feel. And this is the bigger part: stop feeling guilty.
yeah. The other thing is, a lot of parents, once they've dropped the kids off at school, they see it as time to clean the house. No, stop. The cleaning will be there after you.
Hmm.
It's important that you think about you. If the
Right?
kids are in school, have that cup of coffee, sit
Yeah.
down, chill.
Take a
And
breath.
that's important thing.
Yeah. You know, and we see this, but no one ever taught us this. We see this back like when people were, and I know it became a, way to harass people, stay-at-home moms and stuff. But the soap opera, I know many women, you did not bother them when their story was on. Why? Is because that's their time to recharge, their
Yeah,
time to decompress, their time to get out of, their drudgery and go, oh, let me escape into this fantasy. Who's sleeping with who this week?
yeah, yeah. And I think that's the thing. When you become a parent, you forget about yourself.
Yes, but you're not doing anyone any service for doing that.
No, no. I agree totally with that.
All right. Now, this is something that I think is when you're going through something. Let's say you're working through, a death, a grief, an ending of a divorce, whatever. You need even more self care time.
Yeah. Excuse me.
You're fine.
Self-care is important for your I'm really going to say self-care is important for your mental health.
It is. It is. It's been shown and proven that it
Yeah.
helps you process trauma, primary or secondary trauma. Which secondary was a new one. I had to take time and study on that one. It's when you're not the victim of the trauma, but you're the witness to the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Um,
think on times the witness to the trauma feels so much guilt because they beat themselves up thinking they could have done more, they should
right.
have done more.
Right. And it's like you can only do what you can do, and you're only
Yeah.
a single being.
Yeah.
We may be the divine, part of the divine spark, but that doesn't make us the whole divine.
No. No.
Yeah.
And
So, what
that's
are
the
some of
hard.
your recharging funds?
My recharges,
Uh huh.
I'll I'll go and lay on my bed because that's my safe space.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go out. As you know, I try and take a break every day for a few hours in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's my recharge. My other recharge is, and I know it's not a massive thing to some people, just having me time in the way of pampering me. Well, say pampering me, having somebody else to pamper me, like to have my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
Only takes an hour and a half, but that's something I don't have to do anything for. I
Right.
just sit there and have a chat.
Right. And it's highly important for those things and to take time for those things, like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, going and, getting a pedicure, getting
Yes.
those cloven hooves sanded down a little bit.
Have you been looking at my feet again? What have I told you about that?
For me, it's gym, it's hiking, it's getting out and swimming, it's
Yeah,
going to places that do not have cell phone coverage, so I
yeah.
can't be reached. Um, recently I've learned of this lovely button on your phone called "Do Not Disturb."
Yes,
Yes.
yes. If I put that on, the kids would have a murder team out looking for me.
Probably, we'll see, because they can get, from the way I have mine set now. You're in Apple land. I don't know what it does in Apple land, but in Android land, it's set that if someone, they have to call twice, back to back, it'll ring. But to ring me once, you ain't getting through.
Do you know, I honestly don't know with Apple, so that'd be good if any of the viewers can tell me.
I know it has something called focus mode, and it sends everything to voicemail. Because I
It's
have had
also
to work.
got it's also got an aeroplane mode, and I don't know what that means either.
It means it receives nothing, no internet, no cell
Right.
phone, nothing, but it's still on.
Oh, okay. That seems
Yeah.
pretty pointless.
Well, it comes in handy when you're in an airplane, so
Yeah,
that you can,
true.
play your game or whatever that's on your phone, but you're not emitting or receiving any information.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And as we're kind of talking about that, I think psychics sometimes need to go into airplane mode.
Yes.
They're not
Yeah.
emitting any information, they're not receiving any information.
Yeah. Ah, see, Shannon knows.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Shannon must be an Apple as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you can play safe stuff, but no one can disturb you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, you learn something new every day.
Exactly.
Oh, Brenda's woke up again. Well, how do you know about Apple, sorry, Shannon?
Ah, that's interesting. And you can pretend a call dropped and put it into airplane mode so they think it really did drop.
Oh, I'll have to remember that one.
That could come in handy, especially when, like, someone's trying to call you and you're really not in a space to have the conversation.
Don't you swear at me, Shannon.
Ah, she's a Samson girl, good girl. She knows what she hates, and she hates Apple, and I think that has a lot to do with how the American Apple goes.
Do you know what? I work with a Apple, and here I've got a brand new one that I can't use because it's on Google Play and all that. And because they're so different, I just can't
Hmm.
differentiate.
Yeah, it's a different style. It's a different
Yeah,
keyboard. Yeah,
yeah, and that's a backup one now.
right. You can call someone 10 plus times and get through the do not disturb, but yeah, I have mine set it too, but
All
not
right.
airplane mode.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
See,
You
learn
know,
something new every day.
you learn how to escape a little bit easier. You just flip the
Yeah.
button on your phone. Um, because we live in a continual communication newsfeed environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's something else. Don't watch the news. Like if you are at zero energy, don't watch the news.
See, I don't have that, Shannon.
And that's the thing with UK Apple versus US Apple. UK Apple, you guys own your data. If you download an app, you can use that app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, here you have to pay Apple even for the free apps.
Really?
Uh huh.
That's disgusting.
Yep. And like, let's say you're playing a game and you go from one Apple phone to another Apple phone, you then have to you can't transfer it.
See, I've got my Apple phone, my Apple
Mm-hmm.
iPad, and my iMac. They are all connected to the
Uh huh.
same, um, I'm
Apple
going to say
ID.
Apple ID. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever I do on the one goes straight onto the other one.
Right. But like here, you can do that. But let's say that your Apple phone breaks and you have to get a new Apple phone. You then have to go through the whole process again.
Really?
Hmm.
That's ridiculous.
It is. It's insane. So my problem with Apple is you technically you do not own Apple. You rent Apple. It's leased product. They get to decide if you can repair it or not. They get to decide if it's too old or not to use.
See, because I've got the business one.
Uh huh.
So I get an email if there's something that they want me to update or upgrade. I
Right.
never upgrade though because I like my setup how it is,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Right. Right. But like, let's say your computer breaks, keyboard wears out on it, and you just want them to repair the keyboard on your laptop. They can decide, nope, it's too old.
But I've got business insurance, so all my devices are covered, thank
Right.
God.
Thank God.
But yeah, I see where you're coming from. That makes
Right.
total sense.
Yeah. Like you crack your screen on your iPhone. Everyone's cracked the screen on the iPhone. They can go, nope, we aren't repairing that because it was in a smoker's house.
See. But what I do, if I crack my screen, I take it to my friend Stuart and he does it for me.
Right. But do you know that he could actually get fined for doing that?
Well, the way I look at it, once I've purchased a product, that belongs to me.
Not according to Apple.
Well, Apple can piss off. When I've paid them nearly £1,000 for a phone, that phone
Mm-hmm.
is mine.
Uh huh. But no, yeah, Apple. They only on the tech side. Like Joe cannot work on Apple because he's not Apple certified.
Really?
Hmm.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That really is disgusting.
Right.
And that's not fair to the consumers because
Right.
Apple will charge up to
Right.
£700
Right.
for a new screen.
Hmm.
But then, oh, that don't ring right with me. It's like when When you buy a washing machine and that breaks down, you'll pay somebody to come and repair it.
Right. Not if it's an Apple. They get to decide if they get to repair it.
Oh my God. See? That shocked me.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll send you articles on it. Yep. Apple says you're paying for the right to use it, basically.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But then I suppose big companies know they've got you over a barrel
Exactly.
because they know they've got you where you want you and they're in complete control of you.
In the technology era, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's where the problem is they plan obsolescence of a product.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like we all went through it in the PC world when XP was expired, and they sunset XP.
Oh, you're going back some years now.
Hey, yes we are. Yes we are.
Because after XP went, didn't Windows take over?
Well, XP was Windows, and then it
Right.
went to Windows 7, and then it went to
Yeah.
Windows
Yeah.
8, and now we're on Windows 11, I think.
Yeah. See now
Ah,
in our big Apple shops, because our nearest one is Norwich, they
hmm
do actually use the Apple Macs.
right. But like at the call-in centers, they can't because Apple can't interact with Apple. They have a technology issue. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's mental.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yep. It's insane. And that's why I had that iPad. I tried using it. Now, Techie, he loves his iPad. Like, I think he would choose his iPad over me, in general. Me, I'm like, it's a block of plastic. Like, let's turn it in for a laptop. And I got my laptop, and I love my laptop.
So is Techie an Apple boy?
At heart, he's an Apple boy. He lives in PC land, but he's an Apple boy. He's got the iPhone, he's got the iPad. He had an iMac until he tried to upgrade it, and that kind of failed. So, come bonus time, he'll probably get an Apple.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah,
See,
it would be a close call.
I like Apple because I can do Apple calls, FaceTime. Can you do that on other networks?
Yeah, I can call Android to Android.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's all new to me because I've never had an Android.
hmm
It's
But,
crazy.
taking that time to find out those things that work for you
Yeah.
and then making them work better for you is a great way to save energy. But
Yeah.
stepping away from all of it is even better.
When I'm driving, I'm a real, perhaps I'm just old fashioned. When I'm driving, I always put my phone in the boot of my car with my bag
hmm
for the simple reason if I'm driving with it by the side of me, it distracts me.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I have a mount for mine that puts it within my view. And of course, I've got the music. Well, now, I used to blare the music on the stereo. But now that I have someone that doesn't do that, apparently they like their hearing or whatever. I stick my earbuds in and flip that phone's volume up wide open,
Yeah.
and blast the music out. And he's just looking at me like, I can hear it through your earphones. Turn it down.
See, they've just changed the law over here.
Uh huh.
If you, I suppose it's the same over there. You can't use your phone when you're driving.
Right. You have to use voice command.
Yeah, but over here, you're not allowed to use voice command.
Really?
It's going to be hands free,
Right.
which literally means you cannot touch your phone.
Right.
And they're trying to bring in that if the person next to you is on the phone, that's against the law as well.
That's interesting. Now,
Yeah,
because like because I do hands free all the time. Once
yeah,
you put the earbuds in, it makes it hands free, and like they'll pick up and do what you want them to do.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my argument is when your hands free,
Uh huh.
you've got your two AirPods in. What happens if an ambulance comes behind you because you can't see it?
I can hear it.
See, I wouldn't be able to with my AirPods in.
Yeah. See, I'm able to hear with my earbuds in because I have at
Yeah,
least one earbud in most of the time
yeah,
in my like I wake up, put my earbud in, turn my music on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? The way different things are.
Yeah, well, and the way different humans are. Like right
Yeah,
now, I can hear the fan that's over top of my desk. I hear the air conditioner behind me. I'm talking to you. I can hear the clicking of something behind you. Like I, I can't. I focus in on your voice, but I hear everything else.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So
You're being grassed up right, left, and centre tonight.
right, right. But no, I can hear the ambulances. My problem is the new freaking police lights. They're the LED ones, and
Oh,
you can't see the road around them.
no, no. That's the other thing they're trying to bring in over here because the cars that's been made in the last, I think, is 6 years have all got LED lights in.
Hmm.
They're trying to bring it in that they've got to be banned because if you're driving right, because only your police cars have got them.
No, our other cars have them, but it's like if you're driving with your brights on at LED, honey, you need your vision checked.
Over here, they come on automatically in the cars over here.
Right.
But if you're short, like me,
Uh huh.
those lights are your eyesight, your eye view,
Uh huh.
so they blind you.
So I need to send you some telephone books.
Fuck off. So they're trying to ban those light bulbs over here because, as well,
Uh
because
huh.
4x4s are a bigger thing over here now, you can't see nothing when they come in towards you.
That is insane. Why do y'all need 4x4s over there? I
Do you
mean,
know that's one of our biggest selling cars at the moment?
I know. Well, that's all because of the Land Rover and all that. But
Yeah,
at the same time, I'm like, where in England, other than like on an estate, do you need a 4x4?
you
Because
don't.
like all your roads are paved, everything
Yeah,
is laid out.
yeah.
I mean, y'all barely have curves.
No, it don't make sense. But most people go for 4x4s.
Hmm. That's insane. You
My
don't
friend have
need.
got one, and I've
Uh huh.
literally got to like jump into it.
Uh huh. Yeah.
No, Brenda, they don't, because I don't know if you find the same with a visor. Because I'm so short. Right, when I'm driving, you can only see from there up.
Right.
You laugh and you got a death wish. So
I don't know which,
If
honey.
I pull the visor down, that brings my view plate even smaller.
Uh-huh. Understandably. I mean, because I have the opposite problem.
Yeah,
You know, where I'm so tall in a vehicle, like the visor is like right here. And I'm like, I don't need that.
yeah,
Yeah. Unless I'm doing my makeup at the stoplight, I don't need my visor down.
yeah. It's really horrible. And
It
because
is.
those lights are like my eye height sort
Well,
of thing,
right.
they blind you completely. So they're trying to ban them over here.
Interesting. Interesting. I do hear the tea parties are back in session, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. See, Brenda gets me on every level.
yes, she does. She's fabulous that way.
And she's just told me when she sees you next, she's going to kick you in the knee.
That's fine. Aim for the right one. It needs replaced first. Ah,
But if you think about it, in the last
mhm.
half hour, we have all recharged.
Exactly. And this is, and interacted and just talked. And yes, we go off topic. Get over it.
We
Um,
talk crap most of the time, but that's just us.
we give you the important stuff at the beginning. At the end, we start talking about everything else. Hugs and offerings. You're dangerous. That's all I have to say. Like you're dangerous. You're so sweet. You're so dangerous. She made me these cookies. Oh my god. So I have been hunting for a new gluten-free flour.
Oh, I like that.
um, and they were delicious. Like you could not tell they were gluten-free. Somehow they all disappeared within like a few days. Um, that's how delicious they were. But that's also the brand of flour that I've now bought so that I can bake other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that makes a big difference. But if you think about it, I bet Brenda finds it relaxing cooking and baking.
Probably.
So that's like Brenda's chill
Mhm.
time. Even though she's
It-
doing something, it's
right.
something she enjoys.
It is. It's something she enjoys. It's something I enjoy. But now it's like, okay, now what do now I have to go and learn, and this has been fun for me, is learning how to bake differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 See,
All
it
right.
all makes a massive difference.
It does. And, your self care is not my self care. Like sitting in a bathtub for a half hour, I don't care if it's a bubble bath or whatever. Get rid of puppies to help her. A lot of stuff. She's 18. Okay, interesting.
See?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Took me a minute there. I'm like, Shannon, how many puppies do you have?
But the thing is, over here they call boobs puppies, so I was thinking, okay. Our show goes from one stream to the
I can tell you, it does. It does. It goes you know, from normal metaphysical talk to after dark conversations. Um,
But that's how we should be.
right.
Because I don't want our viewers to think we sit here like robots talking like
We are
this.
not IAs, and we don't wear the suits either.
Actually, we were just talking about doing a show in my summertime in our
Right,
bathers.
right. If it gets that hot. So when are you working this week?
I'm
And where
working.
are you working?
I am working. Oh, I forget. I can say now. I
Yeah,
am working on.
right.
Do you know I forgot the name of it?
Life
Life
Readers.
Reader.
Okay.
Life Reader. I'm on. You can catch me anytime on there. I'm logged in from about 9 o'clock in the morning till midnight. But I do have a few hours off around lunchtime for my
Right.
recharge. You
Hmm.
can get me on Fortunica.
Yeah, you have to hunt for it a little bit. That one's not easy to find her.
Fortunica is a hard app to use.
Hmm.
As a reader, I don't like a set out of that app at all.
It's different. It's different. And then I hear you're back on Zodiac.
Yeah, they asked me back, they grovelled.
Good. They needed to.
They grovelled.
Yeah. And I'm on midnight, so you can catch me anywhere from 11 to 6 a.m. EST, New York time, which translates into um, about 5 in the morning till midday there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As I finish shift, you come on shift.
Uh huh. Like
So
we've
there's
got it
always,
covered.
yeah, there's always one or the other of us online.
Exactly. And if I'm not on that network, reach out to me. If it's not a slave network, we'll be glad to engage management.
Oh, we're giving all the secrets away.
Say Chris my foot, honey. I am always looking for a new platform to take on or build or create. Like that is also my recharge. Like people think I'm weird because it's like I love a certain developer that works for a company because he'll bring me a project and say, "Can you break this?"
Yeah,
And it's like, give me about 2 weeks.
yeah. Have you guys ever known the staff to go to management and tell them that their app is fucking shit and so are some of their readers?
What's even funnier is when they pay you to tell them their app is shit. Like, I'm sorry, I just completed I can't say the company, but I just completed consulting for a company. Got paid about what I would earn in 2 days' time on a real network
Yeah,
to tell them that their app is shit. And here
that's
are
even
your
better.
problems.
That's
Hey, I
even
love
better.
consulting.
Oh, see, I think that's why we bounce off each other
It's because
because
we
we
want the
just say
best
it
for our
as it is.
clients. Right. And we want the best for our clients.
Yeah,
And we want the best network. And we want the best working environment for our psychics.
yeah,
And we don't put up with it. It's like another place that I won't name put out an article. And I literally went to management and says, who is writing this?
yeah,
Because they've never even taken a reading before, much less gave one.
yeah, yeah. And that's the scary things. Management of the companies only look at the top level. They don't look deeper down.
Well, no, they don't look at all. Okay, they are us. They they depend on us to make them money to help run their businesses, but they
Yeah,
live in corporate land. They don't
yeah,
eat their own dog food.
yeah. And when they come back to you and say you haven't done this wrong, my attitude now is tough shit. I
I
was
have
working for the
yet to get to.
client, not for you.
They've yet to come back and tell me that. Like they don't want to. I promise them. They will get. They've been told
Yeah,
before. This
yeah,
is what you'll get, and this is the hellfire I'll bring on your head.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we hope you've enjoyed the show. We hope it's been enlightening. Get up and get your ass out of your house.
No, because I'm going to bed.
Not you. Go do something to make you laugh, to have fun. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. And Miss Hayes will be back next Monday with us.
I shall. I shall. I look forward to our Monday chats.
I do too, darling. So we'll talk at you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.